Hi everyone, this is my first video on this YouTube channel. I just wanted to take a look at the current situation in Iran, where protests are still ongoing despite massive repressions by the Iranian government. There are some major news today which I want to look at. First, the Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council. Our response to any potential attack will be painful, and our armed forces have prepared plans to respond to any potential American or Israeli attack. So, this is a clear threat towards Israel and also towards Trump and the United States that if they decide to intervene in the Iranian protests with force, that they will suffer a painful attack. I don't know how serious we have to take this, because Iran can't attack American territory because their missiles don't have the range for this. They don't have nuclear weapons or anything. And if they want to attack Israel, Israel will strike them back, and the Israeli reaction will be a lot more painful than the damage done in Israel by the Iranian rockets. 24 minutes ago, a US president to meet advisors Tuesday to present finalized plans on Iran protest response, says a source to I-24 News. Okay, so on Tuesday, US President Trump will actually meet with top advisors to discuss what the US will do in the Iranian protest situation. I think there will be people who would advise him not to intervene, and there will be people who will advise him to intervene. I personally think he will do it, because Trump is a major opponent of the Iranian religious regime from day one he took office back in 2017. And this is a major opportunity for him to get rid of this regime and to install a pro-American regime under Shah Reza Pahlavi there. So I think we'll do it, but let's see what his advisors tell him and what kind of decision he makes in the end. Then we have also news that the Iran's parliamentary speaker has described the response to a protest wave that has gripped the Islamic Republic as a war against militants, as he addresses a vast pro-government rally in Tehran. So what actually happened over the last couple of hours is that Iran stages pro-government protests in its major cities, Bandar Abbas, Tehran, Isfahan, and all of these big cities in the country. There are thousands of people in support of the regime on the streets right now. We don't have to be confused by this. This is clearly staged by the government. I mean, there are pro-regime forces in the country, but not as many as they are trying to show us. I think they are just paying their money to go on the street, and then they will leave after a couple of hours, and it will have any major effect. But it is still pretty interesting, because it shows which kind of manipulation the Iranian government tries to do on its citizens. There is also a news about China. China says it opposes foreign interference in other countries after US President Donald Trump threatened to intervene military if Tehran killed protesters. So this is not a surprise. I mean, Iran is kind of an ally of China, and China is in a global trade conflict with the United States, and they know if the United States would do a regime change in Iran, that the US could trade with Iran more easily, and that trade between Iran and China would likely break down. So it is not a surprise there that China is trying to oppose this intervention by the US. As I said before, I think Trump will still do it, and I don't think that he will stop it just because China tells him to. Iranian foreign minister: Mossad agents are monitoring the protests, and their interference is the cause of the violence and killings that occurred. So the Iranian foreign minister basically blames Israel and the Mossad for the protests that are going on in the country. Not a major news there, but it shows that Iran is trying to put the entire blame on Israel and not on their own government, and this is just very embarrassing for them, because Israel has nothing to do with this. They have not interfered. Maybe they have done some secret operations, but not more than that. And the reason why the Islamic regime is at its brink of collapse is because the Iranian people can't take it any longer, and they go out to the streets and protest against the regime. And Mossad hasn't anything to do with this. I mean, this is just a ridiculous claim. Iranian foreign minister also said that we have many documents that prove American and Israeli interference in the movement. So this is again this accusation. Again, I said it is false. It continues to be false. And if there will be an intervention, it will be militarily, I think. Iran's foreign minister claims the situation has come under total control in the nationwide protests. This is clearly a lie. I mean, it's not under total control. It has kind of weakened over the last 2 days, but I think, especially in the evening, that we will see major protests again in the big cities of the country. And also there is this situation with Trump, if he will intervene or not. So the situation is not cooled down, and I think there is still a high chance that the Iranian regime will fall. So this was just a small news update on this new channel. If you like what you have seen, please consider liking and subscribing. It will help. It would help me a lot. My English is not the best. I'm from Germany, but I will try to improve over the course of this journey on this YouTube channel. So everyone, have a great day, and I will see you next time in the next video. Bye.